Alright, so I set up the game for 2 players. So just to give you an idea of how the game will run, if you can't really listen to rules, just like I can't, even if I'm showing you how to play the game, you're going to miss things. So this is a 2-player setup. We're just going to jump right in and start playing. Now, the very first thing I'm going to do, is both players are going to roll 1 die. That's how we always start it. Person with the highest die is going to go first. So 5 is going to go first for the other players, and if you were playing with 4 people, the other 3 people would get to add 1 point to their research track. So the other person goes, boom, blue first. Oh. Alright, well, you know, that's the thing about playing this game. Sometimes you just get a good roll, and there's nothing else to do. Oh, did I flip that by accident? I did. Alright. You saw it on camera. So, 3 of a kind in 6s, and remember that these do not matter, so I have a 3 of a kind with 6s. I figure that's pretty sweet for the very beginning of the game. So, I'm going to take that, I'm going to get 1 point, which I'm going to cross out here. Boom, and I'm already on my way to 21. So, there we go. I'm going to keep that beside me. Other person's turn. Boom. Wow. Alright, well. Alright, so I could use those 2s. Well, I'll show you immediately how this works. So, this feature blend has 3 of a kind and 6s. I have 4 of a kind and 2s. I'm going to take it. So, Yellow's going to take it right back. So, those are some pretty awesome rolls for the very beginning. So, he's going to get 1 point for doing that. And sadly, at the beginning of my turn, I look, oh, I don't have anything, so I have to roll. Alright, so now we have a more reasonable roll here. So I got a 1, 1, 2, 4, 6. Well, easy enough. I'm going to take 2 1s and get to the first level of reroll. So that means on my next turn, I don't have to settle for that. I could have re-rolled the other dice. So we'll get into that whenever I get it. So here we go. Now I go to the other person. I'm going to have to degrade by 1, throwing that back in the supply, and I'm going to score the 2 points, because we're playing with 2 players. If we were playing with more players, it would be 3 points, but 2 points. Boom. So I have these 4. Now I have the option. I could either keep this, or I can break it down if I think it's not going to survive, but I think it's going to survive. And I could roll these 4 dice for research, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep it. So, my turn on blue. So blue's going to get a shot here. 1, 2, 6. Alright, so now I have the re-roll ability. So, I have 2 3s. You know what? I'm just going to go full bore. I'm going to try to get 5 3s. So we're going to roll 2 3s right here. Didn't work. Alright. But, hey, I might not do this in a real game, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So I'm going to take 2 on the 3 right there. Now, the cool thing about that is, well, not the cool thing, but the bad thing about that is that now I have to roll at the end of my turn. So I roll a die at the end of my turn. So the 3 ability is the give research point. So now I have to give, since I'm on the first level, I give away 1 research point of a 4 to one of my opponents. Well, it just so happens that he's my only opponent. So he's going to get to that 4 and immediately get an investment token. So when someone creates a new blend, not yourself, but someone else at the table, you can place this investment token on the blend, and when it scores, you're going to get 1 point. But he's going to keep it in reserve for now. So my turn's over, goes to the other person. Degrade by 1, add 2 points for having the blend. Now I have a little bit of a dilemma. So I'm going to show you how that works. So I could let this go back around again, but I kind of think he's got the reroll. He's going to beat it, so I'm going to break it down. That means I'm going to take these dice off the feature blend, put the feature blend back, and instead of grabbing these extra 2, I can only roll 3. The key is, I can't make a blend now. I can't put this back on the feature blend because I need 5 dice. So, I'm stuck with that. So, 2 5s, that'll work. Alright, I got to the first level of the 5, and the 5 is the rainbow booster. So, if I have a rainbow and it scores, I'm going to get an extra point. extra 1 point. If I got to the second level, I get an extra 2 points every time it scores. So, alright, well, I'm rolling. So, here we go. Blue. 2, 2, 3, 3. Oh man, I could fly down the 3 path if I do this right. I wasn't lucky last time. Or I could get the 2 path. You know what? Because I haven't gone anywhere on the 2, I'm going to show you how that works. Ooh, like it. So I'm going to lock in those 2s. 1, 2, 3 2s, my 2 track, and now on a future turn, I have this ability. So now I can re-roll, and when I'm rolling the dice, I can flip over one of these dice to 1 less than what it was. So 2 to a 1. Awesome. Sweet. So now it's the next person. Oh, before I do that, end of my turn, because of this ability, I still have to roll 1 die and give away a research point, which is another 4. So I give away research point. Your turn. Alright. I got 5 points to his 1, so I'm going to keep rolling. I just screwed that up, but I'm going to cheat. Whatever. I cheated. I grabbed it too early. So 3 of kind and 3s. I could make a blend, or I could just go for the 3s. You know, I don't really want to give him points. But man, he's going to beat me on those 3s. So whatever. I'm gonna move up on the 3s, I guess, and I'm gonna have to now roll a die. Oh, so he gets a 1. That's gonna help him manipulate. Don't like it. All right, there we go. Now we go. All right, so there we go. So now I have 1, 1, 2, and 2, 4. So I am going to flip this to a 1 because I have the -1 ability. And I'm going to re-roll this one. Hopefully get a 1. Oh, yeah. So I have 5 of kind and 1s. Now I could technically go to the end of this track. I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to cross off all the track. And I would get 3 points. The problem is, I would then lose that entire track, and I wouldn't be able to re-roll for the rest of the game. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to take away my re-roll. I'm just going to take the sweet, sweet 5 of a kind blend. And 1 point for making the blend. Boom.